to my channel. For this video, like you guys see in my title, Losing Life Connections Due to Muscular Dystrophy. Well, for this video, I found this article that was created May 15, 2022, and the article is called Losing Connection with the Outside World. And the person who wrote this, supposedly, his name is DJ Kimball. I think, sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. It's a 44-year-old man with Duchenne. You heard it right, 44 years old, living with Duchenne. I mean, I'll call him a pioneer, a warrior, living with this disability. 44 years old, living with muscular dystrophy. And I looked a little bit, I scrolled through the article a little bit, and he explained his story, how he lost the ability to talk due to muscular dystrophy, and that he felt excluded from the world, because he was a very, we can say, I think from what I read, social person. We all need to connect with other people. We're all humans. We need to connect. So in this article, he's telling his story how for many years he lost the ability to communicate. Like, I'm just giving you guys a brief explaining what you guys gonna hear from his story. you know Seemed like an interesting story. I read through it and seems like a good topic to talk about. And there's an email address here. I think his email, I mean, it would be nice to have this muscular dystrophy warrior on my channel explain a little bit about his life story. Living with muscular dystrophy, we all have, or everyone's life story living with muscular dystrophy or any disability is different. So it would be nice to have this person on there if he's interested as well. Since my channel is a little, you know, small still. But I mean, if he's, and some people don't like sharing their story, but this man, this person seems like he don't mind sharing his life story. Then, like, how tech. So basically, he talks about how that was a struggle for him, and then how technology. You heard it right, technology. The advance of technology helped him restore the lost connection he felt from the outside world. So I'll get started. So he starts with article with the following. With his name, introducing himself. Hi, I'm DJ Campbell. I'm an adult living with muscular dystrophy. That's how he introduces himself. Then he also says, I was asked by family, friends, and the team to write about a life-changing technology that allows others with different, including myself, to live life again. See, like I said, he's going to talk a little about technology. So he starts with the following, the last connection, it's called. After graduating high school, I really had no future plans in life. See, it's a little different from me. My plan was go to community college. The main reason for this was that I had lost all ambulation at the time. I still have a little bit of movement, but he basically lost. That's how muscular dystrophy works. Like, you lose your strength over time. So the opportunity of college wasn't possible. Neither was option of having a job. I get that. I graduated college. I went to a 4-year university. Then I stopped going due to, it was very difficult, having the resources to help me succeed. And, having a job, it's complicated for someone with a disability like muscular dystrophy. Then he says to compound this, I also lost my ability to communicate without due to not being able to breathe for myself. So the last connection I had with the other was now gone. So yeah, muscular dystrophy affects so many muscles, hard, like so many muscles. That my next couple of videos, I'm probably gonna talk about what muscles it affects and how does that affect someone. The only people I could speak with were my family that consisted mainly of my mom. Some of the rest of my family could understand a few words, but if I wanted to speak to other was through my mom. See, so that's what he's talking about. That's what he had to struggle with. Then he says, to be honest, this was the harder part to deal with because I had always been very close to my family. Without them, I wouldn't be the person I am today. When I could no longer speak with them, it was really tough because I was still the same person. I wanted so much to remain close with everyone. So he talked briefly. I say briefly talked about his struggles. Then he said, "My world opened back up." That's what his next part of the article. This is what he has to say. Thankfully, after 15 years, I was introduced to eye gaze by two special individuals. That's what he says. If I had not been introduced to eye gaze, I would still be watching life just pass me by. Once I mastered eye gaze, my world completely opened back up to me by allowing me to communicate without having the ability to control my computer once again. And I'm kind of research a little bit of what is an eye gaze device. I don't know a lot about the eye gaze device, but I'm gonna do some research and probably make a video explaining what is an eye gaze device. I was not going to. This is what he says. I was not going to allow this happen to just pass me by. So I'm really reconnect with my family and friends. Which I mean, you should never take your ability anything for granted. Just go with if there's a possible opportunity you to gain maybe strength or your ability to talk, like in his case, why not take it? I was only finally able to meet other with the team virtually and become very close with several, which I always dreamed up but never had opportunity to do. This I honestly have done this. Like if you've been following my channel for a while, I had mental health issues, so my therapist suggested join like Facebook groups with relate to my disability, which I have. And honestly, I have met people like you said virtually, people that have muscular dystrophy, that have success, or they're older but they're wise. They're wise about muscular. They've been they've seen it all. They've been through it all. So yeah, I get what he means. It's nice to meet other people that have your same disability, understand you. That's what he says. So, well, you have a disability and you're able to meet others from completely understand what you deal with. Everything a huge waste room for you because you realize that you ain't the only one. Which I have realized there's other people that deal with the same thing or even more things living with muscular dystrophy. So I can say that for a fact is true. Like you feel like you can talk about the topic and they basically know what you're saying rather than talking to someone that doesn't know anything about muscular dystrophy. I also began to learn everything I could about computer because during that time I missed our world had advanced so much through technology that I was lost. You know, like I said, he's 44 years old. I'm assuming when he was in his younger year, not to be rude or anything, there was no technology. I'm 25, so I lived through this new generation of technology, and stuff. So it's different for me, for someone like him, in their 40, they probably missed a lot, like he said about due to his disability. Have been able to learn so much and have been able to put it all to use in every aspect of my life, which that's good. Like I'm glad there's like technology is just gonna keep advancing, especially with AI and stuff. So yeah, just in glimpse. Then he calls it just in glimpse. Then he says, "This is what he says. To this day, I'm still pushing myself to ensure that I continue to not waste any moment of life because you never know when it could all be taken away. I feel like you should never take life for granted. Anything can be, nothing's forever. Some things are just, they're just gonna be there for a few years. They're just gonna be there, not in the long run, but on the short run. You know, I was there for half of my life and didn't get in it. Is my goal that I nor anyone else in the chicken will ever be in the position of having the world just pass by them. Exactly. I hope with the new technology, especially with AI, things can change for a lot of the individual with muscular dystrophy, not just for myself. I spend every day advocating for this and the other need that the Chin community has to ensure that we gain full inclusion to every aspect of life. I mean, I get what he's saying. I want to do that with my YouTube channel. I mean, I want to, do speaking engagements. I've been doing some research. I already have like structure what I would say, like if I ever got into public, speaking engagements. I want to go talk to my old schools. Where I elementary school, high school. Talk about life with a disability. I'm still researching how to like structure that and stuff. I mean, I already structured like an idea how I would, give, a public engagement, speaking in game to, elementary school and stuff. But I just need other forms, high schools, adults, college students, that you have to explain it in a different way. So I'm glad there's other people trying to, you know, make awareness about muscular dystrophy. This is just a glimpse into how I guys have allowed me to live again. I'm sure everyone that has to change, or if they know someone with change that struggles with communication, computer access, please look into or share the technology of I gaze with them. It will also improve yours in life beyond measure. That's what he said. So I'm gonna look it up a little bit more about eye gaze. What is eye gaze? And he has a part two. You know that he has a part two video explaining a little bit what is eye gaze and stuff. Let me see. I'm checking the. Oh, this is another video, a short video explaining how he's describing what is AI and stuff. But I think I was gonna include it in another video, but I think I'll include it here. So he said regaining connections with the outside world. That's what the other part says. Then he asks a question: what is the technology that allows others to live again? The technology I speak of is eye gaze. Eye gaze allows a person to live a life with endless possibility by just using your eyes. Wow, that's like a vast technology. You know what I mean? Shoot, imagine what else. What other technology is gonna come out in the next couple of years? Imagine using a technology you control with your eyes. That seems like some sci-fi movie stuff. And then the other question he asks, how does eye gaze work? So let's find out because I don't know what eye gaze is and how it works either. So let's see what he says. Eye gaze works by utilizing and utilizing camera to track your eye movements, while the software converts these movements into touch, mouse animation. For example, he's gonna give us an example. For example, let's say you wanted to type a phrase to speak. What do you do? What you do is look at the keyboard, find the letter you want with your eye, and it selects the letter like if you were to simply touch the screen. Wow, that's like that probably because when you have muscular dystrophy, you lose movement in your hand, but that this technology seems out of this. Never really know this technology exists until now. Wow, this is next level technology, I'll say. Imagine what the future holds. Then he asked, what other ways this technology can actually help you live again, providing a new world of communication. That's what he said. That's point one. Then he put some bullet points. So let's see what he wrote. Being able to communicate clearly with others is very necessary task that all of us with change need on a daily basis, whether it be for your care, for your help, or for social, where there is ability to communicate. Life just isn't the same. We're social creatures, so we always have to communicate. You know, especially if you have muscular dystrophy, you have to communicate with your caregivers, your parents, how you want to do this, how you want to do that. It's an essential thing we need. When you're living with a disability and you're not able to communicate, it can be leads to a scary place because you are always worried that if something was wrong, you wouldn't be able to get help in time, which is true. That worries me if I ever get to this point. Believe me, I lived in this situation for a very long time. I just became a secondary to this fear. I totally understand where he's coming from. I guess we're absolutely let me say sorry for my pronunciation. Realize your ability to communicate your needs and feelings by allowing you to do in timely and accurate manner to you to enable you to live a much more normal life. Then second thing is computer access. Being to have a computer as today works is absolutely necessary. Exactly, I don't think I know a person without a laptop or a computer at home. iGaze allows you to do anything you want with your just as if you had a disability. Not at all. You only limit your imagination. Wow, I mean, I'm learning a lot of things about eye gaze. If you want to continue your education, you can. If you want to have it there, you can. If you want to join an organization to help out, you can. If you want to just keep up with what your family and friends are doing or what's happening in your community, you absolutely can. The entire world just a gaze away. Then he says, we in the chain community really need to push the necessary computer access on the government because there's absolutely no reason for a person today, despite having a disability, to not have the ability to participate in our world. Exactly, our disability doesn't affect our brain, doesn't affect our thinking. We're just like everyone else, but we just need a little bit help. If my disability was I had mentally challenged if I was a mentally challenged individual, then I probably would be using a computer. But since my disability doesn't affect that, I'm just like any person. We all search the web. I search the web. I order things from Amazon. I do everything. Every person does. In this age of technology. I could speak on this for hours, but for I will touch on some necessary and future article. Let's see if I can find another article from him. Then three, he said the other third point is independent. Being able to be independent is what those of us with disabilities strive for. If you have lost some, most of you independent, I guess, can allow you to regain a lot of your ability by allowing you to control your environment around you. Sounds like next level technology to me. You can control your lights, damn, your fans, your doors, your blinds. You have the ability to control your entertainment source, such as your TV and your favorite music listening device. Man, this sounds like some kind of sounds like Dr. X from X-Men. You know how he control everything with his mind and stuff. This shit. I mean, this sounds like that basically. Man, this technology is crazy. I mean, I have an Echo Dot that does all this, but never knew there was a technology like this for people with muscular dystrophy. You can completely control your phone to make calls, to send text, or just navigate through. Wow, this is like I said, this is like some X-Men, some Doctor X. I think that's his name. Have not seen those movies in a while, so I don't remember. Like how he control. I mean, if you watch, how he control thing with his mind. With this you control with your eyes, simply like that. You probably got the idea from there. You can use personal assistants such as Alexa from Amazon, Siri from Apple, and Google Home. You can use these assistants to help you keep on you on schedule or other or anything else you choose to use them for. Wow. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I think I'm still gonna do a little bit more of research about about eye gaze. But man, I did not expect to learn all this in one article, in two-part article. Like, wow, imagine if this technology exists now, just imagine the next couple of years want other technology. Imagine if they create a electric wheelchair that, like the electric cars. You know how some cars drive on their own? Imagine you just drive on your own. Imagine if they make something like eye gaze power for a wheelchair. Your eyes is you look at your chair controller and the chair turns on. I mean, or if you look like say if you look backwards, the chair will back up. If you look forward, the chair is gonna go forward. And stuff. Man, technology has. I mean, some. You can argue that technology is ruining society. But for people with disability like muscular dystrophy, it's a game changer, because we're not without this technology, we wouldn't be able to be independent, like he says, or doing a lot more things and stuff. But wow, I'm still gonna, do some research on this eye gaze technology. Honestly, it got me thinking, man, what other eye gaze type technology exists for people with muscular dystrophy or any disability? I'm gonna do some research, so that's gonna be my next video for you guys. So stay tuned for that one. It's gonna take a while, but I have other videos in store for you guys. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Until next time.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.